Koutou, Kordia ho, haramai. Welcome to today's 5-minute Makerspace. I'm pretty excited today because I've been wanting to do this project for a very long time. So today we are making a solar oven. And I've also been waiting to just source the right size pizza box for our oven itself. So I have a clean pizza box. This is a small size, so I think that's going to work very well if you can source one. We've got aluminium foil, we've got Glad wrap, we've got some black paper, and we need something to cook as well. So I've got these marshmallows here. We're going to see if we can make them melt. Okay, so let's take a closer look. First, we're going to start with our pizza box. So, on the top, we need to create a window, which will be like our oven door, if you like. So, you may need an adult to help. But cut out a square. A square, but don't cut it the whole way. So make sure this is still going to lift up, like so. The next thing we want to do to prepare our oven is to line it with aluminium foil, because aluminium foil is a great insulator. Now, because we want the sunlight to reflect into our box, we're also going to add some aluminium foil to our window pane. The next thing we're going to do is to attach some Glad wrap to our window, which is effectively a little bit like our oven door. You may need an extra pair of hands to help you do this. I'm going to just use some tape to tape it down. Let's open up the box again, because now we're going to tape some Glad wrap to the inside. Make sure it's got a really good seal. Now, before our oven is complete, we want to place a sheet of dark paper inside the base. This will help absorb the light and the heat from the sun. So that will look like that. Then fold up your oven and put some tape on each of the opening sides here, just to create a good seal. Then when we're heating up the oven and cooking, the heat will escape a little bit less. Make sure it's a really nice tight seal. All right, so there we are. Now all we need to do is set it outside and let it warm up, just like we would a normal oven where we put it on to preheat before we put something in to cook. So let's take this outside. If your flap doesn't stay up, we recommend using a part of a straw or a piece of stick or a piece of dowel or skewer just to keep the lid open, just so we can get some direct sunlight onto this panel, which will reflect into the oven part. Okay, let's go and do that. It will take at least 20 to 40 minutes to really heat up to a temperature that we're looking for, but I'll be back for you in just a moment. So our solar oven has been outside for at least 40 minutes. It's a great day. We've got some great direct sunlight. So it's now time to put in what we want to cook. So I've got 3 marshmallows here. I've put them on a little black piece of card because we don't want anything that reflects. We want to absorb the heat. So I'm going to go and pop this inside the oven and see how we get on. Other things you might want to put in there are little pieces of bread so that you could toast them, or there's something else that you might like to think of as well. Well, our marshmallows have spent quite some time in the solar oven outside. However, it is starting to cool down, so I'm going to be curious to find out if they've managed to cook a little or not. The question is, what do we do if they haven't? It could be time, it could be a slight flaw in our design, it could be the sears. It could be that we didn't get up to temperature. It is reasonably warm inside the box. And they do look like they've warmed up a little bit, but probably not enough to cook as such. But perhaps all we needed was a little bit more time and perhaps a little bit more heat in the day. Either which way, I really hope you've enjoyed today's activity. I've certainly enjoyed it. Thanks for joining us for Solar Oven. Please join us again. Ka kite.